Hello, everybody. Welcome to another brand new episode of Topic
Thunder.
Here from the top.
I am Matt Nost, and this is a show that we do for our patrons over at patreon.com/the top 10 with the number 10. You can see it on the screen as John is pointing to.
Yeah.
They send in whatever they'd like to ask us or have us talk about. We don't know what it is beforehand. We just read the emails as we get them. And sir, it is your turn to start.
All right, let's jump into it. Machine Gun Lemke is first. He says, "What's up, guys? Hope you're both moving along the vaccine pathway." Yes. Simple question. What is your best and worst movie MacGuffin? I am going to eliminate Avatar's unobtainium because I just can't. Side note, what item would you most want? Be well, Lemke. All right, good question. Matt Nost, what is your best and worst movie MacGuffin, and what item would you want that you've seen in a movie?
Well, the briefcase in Pulp Fiction is a lot of fun.
First one that comes to mind for sure.
And I love that there's never any real reveal as to what it is.
Yeah.
It's a mystery, and it's fine that it's just a mystery. You can speculate as to it's a Marcellus Wallace's soul or whatever the case is. But it's open to interpretation. So I like that in a MacGuffin.
Okay.
I need to look up a list off the top of my head. It's been a long week. I actually got the vaccine, the first shot this week.
Nice.
Me too. On top of my already busy schedule, but they text me and were like, "Do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Let's make it happen.
So I went down there and immediately I got an appointment within an hour.
Yeah.
And it's right by my house, and went over, and it took, I had to stay longer because I have I had a weird reaction one time to the pain reliever Aleve.
Oh, okay.
Once when I was like 16, but I don't know if it was that specifically. It's the only thing I can think of that happened that was different.
Right.
So I had to stay longer for observation, but outside of that, it was like in and out in no time. But I need to see a list of MacGuffins because I had a long weekend to throw. This initial shot kicked my butt.
Let's throw some out there. The One Ring from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. This is coming from Screen Rant. They're listing some of the best MacGuffins in films. They list that. They have the word Rosebud from Citizen Kane.
Okay.
The briefcase of Pulp Fiction. The Maltese Falcon in the Maltese Falcon, or Falcon, however you want to say it. The Holy Grail. There's a number of those things. A number of MacGuffins in the Holy Grail. For sure, the Holy Grail itself. The Infinity Stones in the MCU. They have the Ark of the Covenant in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's one of the most memorable ones for sure. And let's see, the Horcruxes in the Harry Potter series.
Sure.
Zach Galifianakis' character of Doug in the Hangover movies, and the Dude's Rug in The Big Lebowski. Okay.
It's not in the Hangover movies. It's not the dude that goes missing.
Oh, is that Doug? Sorry, Doug is the guy that gets saying, Doug is the MacGuffin. My apologies. Yes,
the guy
Doug
that was in National Treasure.
Right, Justin Bartha. So my apologies. Yes.
Did you actually know that, or did you look that up?
Did I actually know what?
Justin Bartha.
No, I know that. Yeah.
I was going to say that was really quick look up, if not. And
no, I've been studying because I've been playing in the matches. So that's a name that all those kind of names are kind of circling in my head now. Yet again, Matt Nost, yet again. But yeah, those are interesting MacGuffins. I guess Rosebud is one that sticks out for me because the sled is the whole, what does this mean? What is it all about? And then you realize what it is at the end of the movie. So certainly as one of my favorite movies, Citizen Kane, certainly I like that MacGuffin for sure. What about worst? I don't know.
Yeah, worst is...
What are worst MacGuffins? Let me see if there's any worst MacGuffins that we can
what's the
around.
Worst plot device in essence?
Here's some Screen Crush. Stupidest MacGuffins they have, and this is from 2013. So GoldenEye, the actual GoldenEye weapon, bit of a dumb MacGuffin. The Rabbit's Foot in Mission Impossible 3, is that a dumb MacGuffin? I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't like it.
It's okay, sure.
What about the antimatter in Angels and Demons? I think I'd have to agree with that. That was pretty fucking ridiculous to have antimatter in the Vatican, for fuck's sake. I was just like, what? What is this all about?
Well, I mean, it makes sense in the motivation, who the character is, the types of storylines that he would be dragged into, and then the rationale by the individual. I don't want to spoil it for anybody that chooses to do all that stuff.
Right.
It's like it all makes sense in the context of it. I mean, to see antimatter suspended in something that's, held together by a battery, and they've got to fight it before the battery runs out. And yeah, there's a lot of dumb around it. But I don't think that's one of the worst. I mean, come on.
What about Davy Jones' chest in Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Davy Jones' heart, rather, in Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest?
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Ooh. It gives proper motivation by throwing a bunch of nautical jargon at a heart. You know what I mean? Davy Jones is, Davy Jones's locker. It just like ties in. If it was the Flying Dutchman's heart, you'd be the same fucking thing.
True.
It's like,
I saw the Crystal Skulls. What about Crystal Skulls from the Crystal Skulls?
Yeah, that's pretty fucking terrible. That is pretty terrible. Well, yeah, that's just emblematic of the movie as a whole.
Yeah, I think that's the number one thing.
Yeah. Of all the terrible things in it, it's not the worst to me.
No. Yeah, it's a real battle to pinpoint what's the worst thing about that movie. The refrigerator moment.
A lot of people say that it's Shia LaBeouf swinging on vines with monkeys around him swinging. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen. And to know that it's an actor who I really appreciate the work that he puts out, genuinely, and a director that is revered, and they haven't done a movie in 20 years of this character, and we're all excited. And I was fine in the theater with the fridge. I was like, okay, that's okay. It's got to be over the top.
I mean, it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Right? He escapes from this stuff all the time. But you're right. The swinging or whatever those ant creatures were. That
was in the whole montage. Well, if we're going to do order of operations within that montage alone, for me, it goes swing on vines, then sword fight on Jeeps.
Oh, yeah.
Then maybe we'll have a discussion of ants or the duck boat going over or all that stuff. But those are like, what the fuck? But at the same time, Spielberg, who am I to question? You've put out so much amazing stuff that Spielberg. I actually literally just watched that yesterday.
Did you really?
Yep. Season 6, episode 18. We watched it yesterday. Well, give me the non-union Mexican equivalent, Senor Spielbago. Spielbergo, sorry.
Spielbergo. What would you want? What would you want? What would you want from a movie? Like, what is there an object you've ever seen in a movie? What would you most want? I mean, I don't think he means just MacGuffins, right? Or does he mean what MacGuffin would you want?
I'm assuming MacGuffin, like whichever one of those you can get your hands on. I mean, Infinity Stones would be pretty sweet.
Well, yeah, that's a great point. The Infinities, but what are they good? Well, I guess they're good for a lot of things. My apologies. It's not just about destroying shit. You can actually mess with time and what have you, but you've got to sacrifice someone you love to have all the stones. So would you?
Well, I'm assuming it's like an Iron Man situation getting it from Thanos.
Oh, so okay. So you'd steal it, but
I don't have to do all that. It's
gotcha.
It's already been gotten. So
it's been gotten.
It's been gotten. So there's no strings attached. So then I'm okay with it.
What about the Necronomicon from Army of Darkness, the book?
Well, I love the movie. I'll take the Infinity Stones. What else? What you got next? This is like that Snickers versus Milky Way. You got to pick one and then you move on.
Throw it. Green Destiny, the sword from Lee Mubai in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I kind of like that sword. It's pretty badass.
That's fine. If you want that over Infinity Stones, I'm still fine with Infinity Stones.
Yeah, you go ahead with the Infinity. Good. Knock yourself out. That's too much power. That's too much power.
Well, I'm just saying for
if you have a bad
dream,
you could wake up and snap it on accident. Half the fucking world is gone.
Why are you just say you're wearing the glove at all times?
Yeah, I can't imagine that you'd take it off. Where would you put it? Did you think you'd feel safe?
I don't know.
Going to sleep for 6 to 8 hours a night. Where would you put it? You got to put it somewhere and you got to have it close to you.
Yeah. Why are you assuming everyone's out to get it at this point? Like, what if it's just some lost artifact that you found?
Oh, so you're saying you want to create parameters that no one in the world knows that this thing is still out there.
I don't know. It's just saying which would you take?
Yeah.
of any MacGuffin. You're projecting the scenarios. I'm saying
Yes. I'm dealing with the real world ramifications of having this thing. Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
But if you've never seen those movies before, like whatever, it was true life, and somebody just said the word Infinity Stones to you, you think you know what the fuck that is? You don't.
If I hadn't seen the movies,
Yeah, I'm saying if you lived in the Avengers world,
I lived in the Avengers world,
where you
but
got
I'm
the
not an
MacGuffin
Avenger.
from.
But I'm not an
Correct.
Avenger. You're just a regular dude.
Yeah.
Why would you take the glove then?
I don't know. You found it. You have it. I don't know.
Look, this
Why?
is your
Why
logic.
did it take? Why can't
I'm
it
in
be
your
a found?
logic.
Why it's a it's just which
You
good,
like
which
the
would you
shiny
have?
stones?
I'm saying all possibilities. How did we come across it? Did I find it like Indiana Jones style? Was an archaeological dig and I
Here's
pulled
the
it out of
deal.
the earth?
If it exists, someone is trying to find it.
You assume.
That's why that's always been the truth of life. If something exists, someone is always trying to find it for whatever reason. Whew.
Well, they have to know about it, but if you forget about it, you know, what if Atlantis really is out there somewhere and this is the geographic area that it was, but all the people that knew where that is are gone.
I guarantee you someone is trying to find the grail
stuff. Oh,
I guarantee
100%.
you.
100%.
You know that. Once people know
100%.
something exists,
yes,
they want to go get it.
Yeah,
like I was just reading.
Go ahead.
Go, sir.
No.
I was just reading a Deadline that like they're launching this expedition down to South America to supposedly find the original cut of Orson Welles' magnificent Ambersons. They're legitimately launching an expedition because he left shooting the film. After he shot the film, he left to go to South America to shoot something for the government for Roosevelt. And apparently he took a cut of his film, original cut of his film. And so they're trying to find it down there in South America. So this is hilarious to me.
That's a fool's errand.
I don't know if they'll ever find it.
They're not.
Fascinating.
They're not. Because it was, discarded wherever, but through weather and time.
Yeah. How could it be perfectly preserved? Yeah.
Exactly. It's film footage, that is so highly combustible that it's volatile in a stable state. So now you're going to throw in all this weather, humidity, and every extreme that's going to degrade the quality of it in and of itself, let alone the massive rains that come through and the water just pushed it somewhere else and then it's got buried under mud and plants are building up. It's fucking gone.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
They're scamming money to get a free trip to South America is what they're doing.
Like Wells did, I guess, his own way.
Quite possibly.
To shoot that film. Franklin, just send me down there. I'll shoot the film. Don't sweat it.
Yeah. But I mean, the most outlandish of things you would think of, there's somebody out there looking for it.
Of course.
Did you ever read the story about that gentleman that buried treasure out in the Rockies? It was discovered about like a year and a half ago.
Wow.
And he put it in a book, and there was a poem in the book that gave you directions to the treasure chest, and it was all real.
Oh, shit.
And he, over the course of like a decade and a half, 2 decades, perhaps a little bit longer, but I would say it's in that ballpark. He went back and visited a couple of times to make sure it was there and to restock it, like added things to it when he went on one trip. And somebody found it a year and a half ago. It was legitimately real. They didn't disclose who found it.
Right.
The dealer/author died, before it happened. But it was super fascinating. I thought about like my parents live in the Rockies. What if my dad and I just took a long weekend and went traipsing around? This is what the poem says. We got to find. There's all these internet sleuths saying this is where we think it starts.
Yep.
But apparently, like one group of people walked within a few hundred yards of it.
Whoa!
And never knew it.
Wow.
Yeah. But
no, in your luck, you'll end up having to saw your arm off. No, you'll be in that situation like 127 hours. Who knows?
Yeah. But I mean, and that was real, and there were people out looking for that. But other shit, we have no idea, and people are out looking for it.
Remember those monoliths? Where the fuck did they go, Matt? Where did those silver monoliths go to?
A group claimed that they were the ones that did it because they got discovered taking it down.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, at least one of them, I believe. But at the same time, you could tell me that was 2 months ago. You could tell me that was 9 months ago. Time is irrelevant over the past year, so I don't know.
We've moved past so many things so quickly. It's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing.
So hold on. You've gotten the shot as well?
Yeah, I got the shot Saturday. No, wait, Tuesday. I got the shot Tuesday, so 2 days
Oh,
ago.
that's when I got mine.
The shot. Yeah, it was at UCSD.
Sure.
I went down there. It was quick, dude. Parked. We walked up. We went on Lindley's lunch hour. Walked up. I was in and out in 20 minutes, I guess, because you got to process for 5, get the shot, then wait 15 in the room, and then you're out.
I had to wait 30.
Oh, yeah, right, because of your reaction.
Yeah.
Right.
It took like 45 minutes.
Oh, no, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's so painless. I mean, well, how can I say it? It's so painless in terms of the wait and the time, and it's quick. It's quick. So
yeah, my arm still kind of hurts.
Oh yeah, yesterday was rough. Yesterday was a little bit rough. Not that I was sick or anything, but the pain was there. You could feel it, and anytime I moved the arm, and even now it's a little tender, but it's nowhere near as tender as it was yesterday. And fuck it, that's fine with me, dude. So, but I keep hearing the second shot is the one that knocks you on your ass. So,
well, yesterday, so my arm started hurting. I couldn't lift it like above, not even a full 90. Let's call it like 70 degrees. Couldn't get full hinge without like just pain setting in. I guess maybe, I mean, where she stuck it in was just perfectly on a muscle or something.
Yeah.
But I felt run down for like 4 hours by the end of the day.
Oh, afterwards. Yes. 1,000%, Matt. 1,000%.
But outside of that, it's like, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's easy trade-off. No problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. From like, by the time I got home, you're right. 'Cause for about 3 or 4 hours, I was just dead on the couch. And I had to do the Outlaw Nation show, which I stupidly scheduled a show that night. And so for those 2 hours of doing the show, I was just like giving all I could. And when it was done, fucking right out, dude, just completely out, because it was a lot of energy to spend after getting that thing. So yeah, you're right. You're out on the couch for a bit for sure.
Yeah. But the weirdly, that happened to me 24 hours later.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Last night, about 3:30, just my body was like, no. And then until we ate dinner, like 7:30, I was just that 4 hours, man. I was just dead.
Wow.
Out of nowhere, it hit me. Right. But now it's fine. And honestly, I would take that over. It took 3.5 hours to get it, and there's no side effect. I would rather have like my arm hurts, whatever, but it was in and out so quick that it's fine. I'll deal with it on my time.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back in a month. Can't wait.
Yeah, me either. Did you get Moderna or Pfizer?
Moderna.
Yeah, same.
And then I picked up a Johnson & Johnson on the way out. You know what I mean? I saw a guy in the alley, and they were pushing the cart to the trash, and I was like, "Let me get one of those, guy."
How much for one of those, guy?
I don't want a box. I'm not reselling these.
Just in case,
And then I put that in the other arm. No problems on that one. I'm good to go. Maybe it's self-administered, so I knew precisely where to put it in. But
what if it shrank your arm into a baby arm? What the fuck?
But yeah, on top of already having a busier than usual week, and
what's going on? Are you just working?
No, it's normal. It's normal shit, and then just a few projects all colliding at one time, where it's just like I got to get finished with these 3-4 things on top of the regular schedule. Just like this week sucks.
Yeah, it's a sure sign that things are slowly getting back to normal. Having a busy week like that, I would imagine. So
yeah, that's a little bit surely.
Yeah.
But anyway,
all right. Thank you, Chris, for that one. Let's move on to our next one, Matt. What do we got?
This one comes in from Archie Bear.
Oh, hello.
It says, "Hi guys. There have been a number of directors who have made the jump from live action to animated movies, such as Tim Burton, Gore Verbinski, and Charlie Kaufman. What are some directors that you would like to see make an animated?" Well, we already did this one.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
Okay. Should we skip it? He sent it twice. That's right.
He sent it twice. It was like this.
Let's jump on to Jeremy Bowers.
All right, Jeremy Bowers, the next one. "Hi guys. I love all the content you put out. I've watched everything you have since the beginning and can listen to you banter. You all banter for hours. That leads to my question. Have you thought about going back to some of your earlier first and redoing them? I'm guessing earlier lists. God, I'm having trouble today. And redoing them or doing commentary-esque show on them.
Oh,
love everything you do, and thank you for everything, Jeremy B." I can't imagine doing a commentary on us doing a commentary on other people's work. You know,
I kind of love the madness meta of it all, but I don't think we'd be able to survive
No, what are we
listening
just
to
gonna be
ourselves.
like? Just listening to. Oh, that was great what you said there. Let me just jerk you off digitally, cross the void while you're 2 hours away. Oh, good job. Good job. Good for you.
Good choice. Ooh, you had that there. Ooh.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Well, I know your opinion on that has changed.
I mean, to go back and redo a list from before, we've done that.
We have. Yes.
And
I mean, we've done Tom Cruise like 4 fucking times. Like we have done some revisits.
He's a rare
of
exception. Though. We've done Tom Hanks twice.
Yeah.
But Pixar twice.
Yes, Pixar twice.
Best superheroes twice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some others. I can't think of them right now.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about because I was going through my Facebook memories this morning, kind of lying in bed when I woke up, and I saw that one of our episodes with top 10 Gary Oldman films 6 years ago. It's crazy to think we've been doing this show for 6 fucking years, man. I mean, we took a little bit of a break for an extended period of a few months, but like it's crazy to think about the fact that it's been going on for that long, for 6 years, and so many of the people who listen to us are still listening to us, who were with us from the beginning. So it's pretty incredible to think about that. But I think going back to the old lists, if we haven't repeated those lists, that's not a bad idea. And I think that's something that I've been thinking about slowly but surely as well. Like this idea of going back and, cataloging our lists and then looking at the ones we haven't revisited in a while and seeing if more movies have come out that we would consider to put on the list. That would be fun. Like top 10 car chases is our first film, our first list. I bet there has been more car chases that we could throw onto that list and kind of mess around with that list again. And it's been so long that some of the newer fans haven't heard that episode.
Yeah, but what movie in the past 6 years has had such a stellar car chase? Now, some people would say Black Panther. It's got a good car chase.
John Wick. I know the Fast and Furious stuff, maybe Hobbs and Shaw. I mean, that shit with the helicopter, that shit was
that would
nuts.
make your list and most people's list. It wouldn't make mine.
Yeah.
They're just so ridiculous. And now I watched the trailer just to see what are we gonna do next. And it's like,
oh, the new trailer. Yeah.
Yo, are we fucking with magnets? And I don't know if that has the same punch as because I think it's in it. Tyrese, it was like, we fought submarines. We fought this. Now we're jumping plane or flying cars.
Yeah.
And just like, oh, we're fucking with okay. This has gotten ridiculous. It doesn't have the same star power now to me. That's you subtract.
No, you don't subtract The Rock and add Cena and think you're going to get the same kind of vibe to it for sure.
But it's no Paul Walker now officially.
True. No Paul. Right. Of course.
Not that I was a fan, but it's like those two, it's their journey together. And now it's just Vin and I guess Michelle Rodriguez.
Right.
And Ludacris and Tyrese and
Jordana Brewster.
And the Asian gentleman who suddenly looks like 45.
Oh, Han. Yeah. Han. But yeah, he's come back. Yeah.
I don't even know what that means.
Because he was killed in the third. No, in Tokyo Drift at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so third one. He was killed at the end of the third one.
And have they alluded to the existence of John Cena before?
No, there's been no conversation at all about Dom's younger brother.
He's got a fucking brother when family means everything.
Yeah, for 8 movies.
Family, bro. I love it. That's great. That just fits exactly everything.
I stopped the trailer 3 minutes in because I was like, you're showing me the whole motherfucking movie. I don't even want to watch the movie now by the end of the trailer because it's so you show me the whole fucking movie. Stop
Of course they did.
Stop it.
The thickness of the plot on this is tissue paper thin.
Oh, probably. It's probably.
It is fucking translucent. You can practically see through it, but there's a little bit of opaqueness obstructing your view because that's how much depth this fucking thing has.
Yeah.
I mean, in the what is this 8?
9.
Fast
9. Yeah.
9.
F9 is what they're calling it. Yeah.
Exactly. So over the course of 16-ish hours, they've never once discussed the fact that he has a brother. And that just tells you that all bets are off. Dude came back from the dead plus a brother that you didn't know about. The next one, Who the fuck knows? Maybe grandma joins the squad and she's just this badass older actress. That's who do you think I learned all this from?
Right. Mom's got to show up.
Yeah,
right? Mom's gotta
precisely. Just shows up, or somebody that taught all of them. Like, you think we got this good on our own, and then suddenly in walks Viola Davis or something.
And she was supposedly dead the whole time, but she actually faked her own death.
It's been estranged for them since they were 12 because she had to go on the run. The shadow governments were trying to kill her because she was just too good.
Kurt Russell's dad was chasing her. That's how you make it all work.
Oh, fucking Kurt Russell is in these?
That's dude. Okay. Kurt Russell came in a couple of movies ago. Yeah. Helen Mirren is in this now.
Yeah, I knew that. And Charlize.
Yeah, Charlize. She's back for this one. She was the main villain in the last one. But it's like Transformers, they bring in these really high-end actors to be a part of these franchises. Yeah. It always cracks me up when I read critics or pundits on these websites, these entertainment websites, and they're like, "Oh, why is this person doing this? Why would they possibly be?" It's like, motherfucker, people got to pay rent, and I don't give a doing, I don't know, Johnny, what do you want to call it? I don't know, a Jim Jarmusch film ain't gonna pay the fucking rent. It's, you doing these franchise films are fun and you make money, and people love to act and they love to be in these movies because they're like, fuck it, I don't have to sit here and like discover the character and go real knee deep into giving it layers. I'm just showing up, saying my lines, and having a blast. So yeah, this whole like clutching my pearls stuff these people do just is fucking ridiculous to me,
Without a doubt. But I think in this town, on something like a Fast movie, when you bring in a Kurt Russell or a Charlize or a Helen Mirren, the rest of the town, when they see them out, and be like, way to get that Fast money.
Exactly.
It does not hurt them in their endeavors to do big artistic films, because everybody realizes this is just a payday and go, and you're in a movie where stuff blows up and nobody cares.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt you unless you become the guy that only does those, or the gal that only does those.
Right.
But and there are other Helen Mirren, it's fine. Everybody's like, good for you. Hopefully you got nice 7-figure payday.
Yeah. Last I checked, Hopkins was in the last Transformers movie last night, and he just got nominated for an Oscar for Best Actor again. Or he's, so
exactly.
Like, give me a fucking break. So
no one fucking cares.
Yeah, no one fucking cares.
No one cares.
Just these people writing these articles who are like so precious about their actors, and they don't realize motherfuckers would. I mean, those same people would write for the National Enquirer if they paid them what they pay the people who are doing these franchise films. Like, it's equivalent to, what I'm saying, in terms of the increase of the amount of money. Those fuckers would like, I would never leave writing this to go write for the Enquirer. Here's the money. Fuck y'all, I'm out.
Exactly. Guess what? Return of Bat Boy. You guys haven't seen him in I don't know, 35 years. Let's do it. I'll come up with ideas for days.
Bat Boy's married, has kids.
You don't want to be on some level Vin if you have aspirations to do Oscar weighty stuff, because he's just become this individual. Gerard Butler.
Right. But Gerard knows what he is. Gerard, there's a reason he does these films. He knows what he is. They're meeting his quota. They're paying him good money. And he delivers good work in those movies. Whether the movies are good or not, different conversation. But he's always good.
Yes.
So, and he knows who he is. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, but he's just not. Okay, that's what you do now.
Yeah.
But everybody else, it's a attaboy. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. Enjoy that. Is that for the new deck and everything in Malibu? Oh, that makes sense.
Smart move.
Smart move.
Some of our old. So go ahead.
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I was going to some of our old episodes. Going back to the question. I don't know. So, are they even out anymore, Matt? Did we lose those old episodes from the beginning? We still have them. Bandwidth situation.
We still have them. They're originally we put them up on Patreon.
Right. Oh, that's right.
They're all up on. By and large, they're all up on Patreon.
There you go.
But they're sitting on a hard drive that's in a box upstairs.
Next
I
to
mean,
the
I know where the hard drive is, and that's exactly where they are. So
next
yeah,
to the
those
Johnson vaccine right there.
first, the single one that I got. Yep, sitting right next to it.
Oh man.
But yeah, they exist somewhere.
Yeah. So maybe not a bad idea at some point to kind of look at that as a possibility. Because I mean, but movies are starting to come out now. But obviously, doing the show for as long as we've done the show, we're trying to make these lists a little more interesting, a little more fun. Like last week, our show we did, top 11 through 20 of 1989.
Yes,
still a top 10 or a 10 being counted down. But it was a lot of fun to kind of play around with that. So certainly those are
talk about movies we've never talked about. Once again, 6 years ago.
Exactly.
So that's 300 shows later. We've talked about a lot of fucking movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice to talk about something that just only get briefly mentioned casually every once and again. So,
okay.
All right. Well, I think we're good with that, are we not?
Yeah, absolutely. We're at 31-minute mark. Thank you all so much for downloading or listening or watching rather this episode of Topic Thunder. We appreciate you all doing so and being patrons of the Top 10 show. To be a patron above my head, patreon.com/the top 10, the number 10 there. Go and see the multiple tiers you can be a part of. $5 and above gets you to send or lets you send in questions or thoughts and comments, and we address them. And we always answer these comments and answer your questions here on the show for sure. Anything else we got to tell them, Matt?
You can follow the show at Top 10 Show on Twitter. And at the Top 10 Podcast with the number 10 on Instagram, and the same thing on YouTube. It is the Top 10 Podcast with the number 10. And you can follow me anywhere at Matt Nost.
You can follow me at The Roka Says on Twitter and on Instagram. And we'll talk to you next time for another brand new episode of Topic
Thunder.